Kirby, escorted by Kayla and Travis Bright. Gabe Klein, escorted by Mark and Michelle Klein. Quinn Shellhouse, escorted by Sarah Shellhouse and Aaron Shellhouse. Jordan Sunderland, escorted by Heath and Robin Sunderland. Leona Swickrath, escorted by Greg and Brandy Swickrath. Amari Weiss, escorted by Anthony Weiss and Miranda Tummel. Zia Williams, escorted by Desmond and Phoenicia Williams. The support staff and their escorts: Hydration Nation, Emma Larimore, escorted by Dan and Keisha Larimore. Hydration Nation, Brexley Young Peter, escorted by Roman and Chiffon Young Peter. Give all these parents and players a big hand. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Elida High School Marching Band.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. for all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs. Make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratory, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or OglazEquipmentRental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's is proud to support Roughrider Athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughrider football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, the greatest of all times.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs in all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
We welcome you to Kraft Stadium in Elida, Ohio for this Western Buckeye League encounter between the St. Mary's Roughriders and the Elida Bulldogs, another Rider Nation Station broadcast. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching this evening. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play action of tonight's contest. Joined beside me, as always, each and every week, Zach Farrell. He'll have all the color commentary and analysts of each play. And Zach, beautiful night.
Yeah, it is. A little partly cloudy skies, a little chilly out here, but it's starting to feel like fall, feel like football weather, so I appreciate it. Guess it's supposed to get down to 32, but not until after midnight, so nice nice crisp night on the field, and hopefully doesn't look like any rain or anything like that, so it should be a nice, dry, crisp fall night for football.
Well, we are again in the Auglaize Equipment Rental Skybox here at Kraft Stadium as we will bring you tonight's ball game. The Elida Bulldogs come in with a record of 4-3 overall, 3-3 in the Western Buckeye League. The Roughriders 5-2 overall, 4-2 in the Western Buckeye League. When you take a look at Elida, Zach, under the head coaching direction of Kyle Harmon, They started the season out 4-0, and everybody kind of thought that maybe this team is for real. But, when you look at the team and the schedule that they played, I think as far as Western Buckeye League is concerned, they had a soft start of the season as far as their schedule is concerned. So right now they're getting into the meat of the schedule, and of course they've got their work cut out for them tonight as the Roughriders are coming off a 55-0 win over Kenton last week.
Yeah, kind of opposite story than what St. Mary's has done. St. Mary's started out with the toughest schedule, and then it's sort of gotten a little bit easier as the year has gone on. But I'm really excited to see Elida's defense. They last week against Wapak did a really nice job of stopping their run. Wapakoneta was not able to exercise the wing tee or even some running out of the shotgun very well. Only scored 21 points, and a lot of that was in the air against Elida. So I'm excited to see the WBL's #1 rushing offense in St. Mary's as it's juxtaposed with Elida's pretty strong rush defense.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break for the playing of the national anthem by the Elida High School Marching Band. We'll come back with the kickoff right after this.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph. If you're looking to renovate your home, former Roughrider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Are you looking for a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off U.S. Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Stadium in Elida, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Rider Nation Station bringing you this Western Buckeye League contest between the Elida Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Roughriders. Got a lot of things happening throughout the course of the ball game. Of course, we'll have our big Roughrider replay between the first and second quarter and the third and fourth quarter. Also, we'll have a Roughrider trivia question coming your way in the middle of the third quarter or so. But right now, it's time for the Roughriders to take the field, and they'll return the football. This Roughrider kickoff return is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
St. Mary's receiving tonight. Get the first chance to see their offense, the rushing offense against that tough Elida defense. It'll be really interesting to see if they can get a nice drive put together, try to break the will early.
Doing the kicking for you, Elida, is number 31. That is Grant Hardiman, a 5'11", 160-pound senior. And this football game is underway. It's a short kick coming to Carter Steinberg. And he'll bring it back to the Roughrider 39-yard line.
So the Rough Riders will have it in excellent field position to start this first drive. Now I don't know if that was by design, or if he was just trying. If he just missed kick.
I think it was
by
a
design
squib kick. Yeah,
Okay.
I think they're worried about kicking it deep to us, and they didn't look like they had a real big kickoff squad. So
the Rough Riders will have it first and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Give it to Aiden Hinkle, and he'll gain about a yard on the play. Tackle on the play by Aiden Daly. Daly, 5'9", 180-pound junior for Elida. So it'll bring up second down, and we'll call it 9 for the Rough Riders. Cody Wallace is your quarterback. Give the ball to Hinkle. Second effort gets him to the 50-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play. As a matter of fact, they're going to put the football on the Elida side of the field.
First play tried to run behind that left side of the offensive line that they've been very successful with. A little bit of an outside trap. Elida was sitting on that, so they opened it back up with the inside trap, and Hinkle able to put that nice gain there.
Third down, we'll call it and about 4. Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. Long count at Aiden Hinkle, and he'll get a Fowler TV first down as he'll pick up the first down.
Well, that was a check with me, Joe. Long count. Coaches wanted to see how Elida was going to line up. Nice full house backfield, and so the quarterback calls the play at the line, and they run it a certain side.
So the Rough Riders will have it first and 10. It'll be at the Elida 49-yard line. Turn, give the ball to Braden Sullivan. Braden will get a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it second down and 6 for the Rough Riders. We're just underway from Kraft Field here in Elida.
Both teams just seem a little sluggish, don't they, Joe?
A little bit. It's almost like a first round of a boxing match. You just really don't know what to expect. You're kind of testing the waters, see what's going to work and what's not going to work. Give the ball to Hinkle. He'll go off the right side, and he'll be close to the 40-yard line. They're going to place the ball at the Elida 41-yard line. So it'll bring up third down and about 2. The ball is resting at the Elida 41-yard line.
Big third down, but definitely fourth down territory if they don't get this.
Give the ball to Dominic Osborne, and he'll pick up another Fowler TV first down. I'll tell you, when we talked to Coach Fry this week during the Bo Fry show, he had a lot of high praise for this young sophomore. We're going to see a lot of Dominic Osborne in the games to come.
Yeah, nice patience there shown on that sweep. Took his time and waited for his blockers to get set up and gets the 3 or 4 yards that they needed.
Keegan Sharp in motion. Give the ball to Hinkle up the middle. And he'll get to about the 35-yard line of Elida. Typical Rough Rider drive. Get 3 yards at a time, pick up the first downs, keep the clock moving.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of mixing it up too. A couple inside runs with Hinkle, some outside runs with the halfbacks. Elida's not really able to sit on anything right now.
Carter Steinberg wide to the right. Give the ball to Aiden Hinkle. He'll jump to the outside, and he just stumbled, and he'll get to the 35-yard line before he's brought down.
Hinkle had a lot of space on the right side of that line if he could have kept his feet. Had space inside, but I can see why he bounced it outside. A lot of space out there. But
looked like he was going to try to bounce it outside.
Yeah, probably would have had the first down, maybe more.
So we'll call it third down and 7 with 8:15 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Ball is placed at the Elida 35-yard line. Full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Colton Mabry. Mabry squares his shoulders. He's to the 20, and he's to the 15-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. I'm going to say they down at about the 17-yard line. So it'll be another Fowler TV first down as they move the chains. Good blocking up front by the Rough Riders. Good eyes by Colton Mabry.
Yeah, I looked at the Larry Schaff Auto Sales replay there. Really nice job by him, by Colton, of getting outside and then seeing the cutback and getting inside.
Give the ball to Hinkle. He'll be close to the 10-yard line.
Tackled by Tyler Carter. Second down 3.
So we'll give him a gain of 7. We'll call it second down and 3. Ball is placed at the 10-yard line. Rough Riders again inside the red zone, and not remembering the numbers off the top of my head, but I think the Rough Riders have done very well inside the red zone this year.
Yeah, honestly, I can really only think about Shawnee. They got stopped at the goal line. We maybe had a field goal early on in the year, but other than that, maybe a couple fourth downs that we didn't get in some of those closer games. Otherwise, very good inside the red zone for the Rough Riders.
Dominic Osborne was the last ball carrier. Give him a gain of nothing on the play. Back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 3. Ball is on the 10. Give the ball to Hinkle left side. Puts his head forward. And it's going to be close. We'll see where they place the football.
Tackled by Kevin McGuire along with Brady Kirk.
It's another Fowler TV first down, so it'll be first and goal.
First down at the 6-yard line.
The ball is placed at the 6-yard line. Rough Riders come to the line of scrimmage. Give the ball to Hinkle. And touchdown, Rough Riders. Good run by Aiden Hinkle. Good second effort. And the Rough Riders are on the scoreboard at the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. So in to do the point after is Logan Rush. So Logan Rush on to do the point after, and a chance to give the Rough Riders a 7-0 lead here in the first quarter. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So we're halfway through the first quarter at the 6-minute mark on the Family Audiology scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 7, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back right after this.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals going the extra mile.
All righty, we welcome you back to Crafts Field in Elida, Ohio. This Rough Rider kickoff is brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. State Farm Insurance, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
What a drive, Joe. Took a lot of time off the clock and really just got to have a lot of confidence.
There's
for
a
your
hole.
team.
Nice return. We'll see who that is. What Elida runner that was. That was number three.
David Etzkorn, 5'11", 180-pound junior. Coverage actually wasn't too bad. There's just a little seam in the middle that he snuck through.
I think your quarterback is Henderson. No, it's not. It's number 16. And no flags on the play. The quarterback is Ryan McHugh. He's just a sophomore. Obviously, apparently Larkin Henderson, who's their starting quarterback, is a senior, is injured. And they lose a big offensive weapon in Henderson because he was passing. He was 31 of 54 for 363 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 picks. But nonetheless, you lose that senior leadership. So Ryan McHugh, the sophomore at quarterback. Give the ball to Brady Kirk, and he goes pretty well, maybe give him a gain of about a couple yards on the play, but the Rough Rider defense stuffs him.
Yeah, excellent job shedding blocks, and the linebackers filled that really nicely. Kevin Perry stepping up and taking the hit. Our defense has definitely looked more aggressive since the Van Wert game. You've seen them get off of blocks better. Some of that was Van Wert, but I think some of that was also them.
McHugh he launches it, and no, I think it was a good catch by number 12, Keaton Hawkey. But I'll tell you what, nice defensive coverage by Sharp.
Yeah, we had many Rough Riders in the backfield, causing them to throw that one up for grabs. Nearly picked off.
Braden Sullivan, Keegan Sharp will go back to receive the punt for the Rough Riders. They'll stand at their own 20-yard line. I think this is Logan Crow doing the punting. And it'll come down to Sullivan. He'll be at the 21-yard line, or the 16-yard line. He's got people out front of him. Good run, nice return by Braden Sullivan.
Yeah, Joe, that was Logan Crow. Pretty nice punt.
Yeah.
Deep, high, but Sullivan does it all on his own.
Yeah, he's second in the Western Buckeye League in punting, averaging 35.6. The Western Buckeye League's leading punter is Jay Schaefer, averaging about 39.5 yards per punt.
Wow.
So the Rough Riders will have the ball the second time in this quarter. It'll be placed at the 31-yard line of St. Mary's, and Hinkle on the carry, tackled by a host of Elida defenders.
Jay Schaefer hasn't had an opportunity to punt very much the last couple weeks.
No, he hasn't.
We'll hopefully keep it that way tonight.
So we'll call it second down and 6 for St. Mary's. Ball is placed at the 34-yard line. Keegan Sharp still on his feet. He'll pick up a Fowler TV first down, and he's still gone. And he's close to midfield before he is brought down by the Elida Bulldog defense.
Man, Keegan Sharp's such a hungry player.
Yes.
Every time he touches the ball, he just works like he wants it in the end zone now.
Kind of reminds me of Ross Henson of a year ago, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Cody Wallace brings the play in from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. The Rough Riders will have a 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Colton Mabry.
And there goes Colton Mabry. He's to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown, Rough Riders.
Nothing special about that, Joe. Just a nice dive right up the middle. Colton Mabry takes it for 40 yards.
I'll tell you, give credit where credit is due. He wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for the guys up front. Xavier LeClaire, Trent Wyckoff, Caleb Miller, Greg Felver, Braden Saylor, Eli Rickard, just opened up a humongous hole, and it's a 51-yard touchdown run for Colton Mabry. Logan Rush will be on to do the point after. 3:31 remaining. Rough Riders lead 13 and looking to add on another. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:31 remaining here in the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the Rough Riders 14, the Bulldogs nothing. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
2 possessions, 2 scores for the Rough Riders as they lead on the Family Audiology scoreboard, 14-0. This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's. And remember, like a neighbor, a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Joe, we just talked about last week, we really haven't seen the dive run very much. And maybe a handful of times at the most, and that's the first time we've seen it run for a touchdown.
Logan Rush with the kickoff. It's a short kickoff, taken at the 20-yard line, and the Rough Rider defense on special teams down to make the stop, but not before the runner, David Etzkorn, gets the ball back to about the 32-yard line.
Well, much better coverage that time. They put in a different kicker, right? Did Jay Schaefer do the last one?
No. I think so.
I think so. Right. Jay Schaefer made the tackle on that one, so maybe they thought, let the other one kick and send Jay Schaefer down to make that tackle.
Exactly. 1st and 10 for Elida. Ryan McGew, the sophomore quarterback, will throw it out to Amari Wash. And he is knocked out of bounds, but not before he picks up an Elida first down. So that'll stop the clock. Amari Wash was the receiver. He's just a freshman for the Elida Bulldogs. Keaton Hawkey wide to the right. McGew. He'll give the ball to Kirk.
Brady Kirk on the carry.
Brady Kirk will pick up about 7 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 3 for Elida.
Elida's starting to put a little bit of momentum here on this drive. They really kind of took the decision-making out of the quarterback's hands. Just called a quick pass, hand it off up the middle, make the defense stop you.
McGew is going deep. He's got a man wide open. And he drops the football.
Oh, man.
Boy, the Rough Riders bought a break right there. We get an opportunity to see this one on the Larry Schaff instant replay. He is wide open.
Yeah,
all he has to do is catch it and go to the end zone.
I don't know how he snuck behind the coverage there.
So
I kind of wonder if he blended in with the sidelines, Joe. There's so much, these black jerseys.
Right. So we'll call it 3rd down and 3 for Elida. Give it to Brady Kirk up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down. We'll give him a gain of about 5 on the play. They'll move the chains, so Elida has a little bit of momentum on this particular possession. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs. The ball is in Rough Rider territory. It is placed at the Rough Rider 46-yard line. Ryan McGew fakes it. He's going to keep it. And he's going to be lucky to make it back to the line of scrimmage. He may have lost a half a yard. We'll see where the officials spot the football. And he's not getting up.
No, that was a lot of weight on him. 4 or 5 Rough Riders right now, hitting them hard. That's what you got to do, though, when you got a new quarterback coming in, especially just a sophomore. Got to make him start thinking about that.
Jay Schaefer's up front. Logan Compton is up front. Braxton King is up front. There's a lot of beef in the front line of this defensive unit. McGew going to pass it over the middle, and it is dropped again. Pass was intended for number 7.
Jackson Koval, 6 foot, 175-pound junior.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs. Pete and Halkey wide to the right. Pass is complete to Amari Wash. And the Rough Riders had him initially, but he broke a tackle and was able to gain about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 4th down and 6. We'll see if Elida will punt the football.
Yeah, Jay Schaefer had him wrapped up and was waiting for some help, and Amari Wash did a nice job of squirreling away from him and getting upfield. Elida's going to go for it here, Joe.
Ryan McGew, he'll set a man in motion. He's going to roll to his right. Rough Riders are chasing him down. The ball is picked off by Braden Sullivan. Nice pick by Braden Sullivan. There you see it on our instant replay, our Larry Schaff instant replay.
Well, that'll end your 4th down try right there.
Yes, it will. Next time they'll think about maybe punting. So the Rough Riders will now have the ball for the 3rd time here in the first quarter. Keep in mind they've scored the first 2 times that they've touched the football. Carter Steinberg will go wide to the right. Mabry. Colton Mabry will pick up a gain of about 7 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 3.
Tackled by Torrey Thomas and Luke Merkel.
Boy, the Rough Riders are picking up big chunks of yardage on the ground. Full house in the backfield. Give the ball to Hinkle. He'll bust forward for another. He'll be close to a Fowler. Yeah, he's going to get a Fowler TV 1st down, so they'll move the chains.
Yeah, I don't think St. Mary's is going to go away from their bread and butter tonight. It's been pretty successful. That first drive, Elida had a lot of energy. They were fighting pretty hard. I think St. Mary's had to be a little more strategic about positions and play calling and which sides. I think we're just going to run it down their throat right now.
I think they're going to go up top sooner or later. Hinkle. Off tackle, we've got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play. We'll see who this is on.
It's in the area usually of a chop block or a hold.
Chop block. St. Mary's, so we'll move the football back.
Saw a lot of bodies in there laying on the ground, and then other guys pushed over those bodies. I don't know if it was an intentional chop block, but
so they're going to move the football back 10, and Well, not only do they tell you what the penalty is,
Yeah.
they even call you out on it.
First time I heard that all year.
Braden Saylor, the guilty party for the Rough Riders.
62 and 75, they said.
Well, the 62 is Greg Felver. So is your right guard and right tackle.
First down at the 40-yard line.
First down and 18. And they'll get it. Oh.
Dominic Osborne almost busted that one.
Great job. 62, great Felver coming through the hole, getting his head on somebody. So many times you see the guards come up there aggressively through the hole and they don't hit somebody.
That's the end of the first quarter on the Family Audiology scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. It's time now for our big Ralph Ryder replay, brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. We hope you enjoy this edition of our big Ralph Ryder replay.
Riders are in business. Riders have it. T formation. Pitch the ball. Sean Lamb cuts back. Sean Lamb, touchdown! Rough Riders from 13 yards away. The blue and gold have put it on the board.
All righty, we welcome you back. We hope you enjoyed that edition of our big Ralph Ryder replay. Sean Lamb, for those Rough Rider fans who remember that era.
Absolutely. That was my childhood, Joe. I remember sitting in the stands just hearing Lamb the ball carrier over and over.
So we're starting the second quarter here at Kraft Stadium. Full house in the backfield. Give the ball to Mabry. Mabry hurdles a player and goes down at the Elida 35-yard line. And again, opportunity there to stay on your feet and make it to the end zone.
Joe, thanks to Andy Rammel, we got stats there. First quarter, St. Mary's 7 first downs for 160 total yards.
Wow.
19 rushes.
And I will say this. I was totally way out of whack mathematically about Aiden Hinkle getting 1,000 yards last week, but I think he needs 51 yards tonight. Mabry crosses the 30.
Hinkle's sitting right now with 11 rushes for 45 yards and a touchdown. So,
all right, so
close.
So he's 6 yards.
Do you dare say it again for a second week?
I think he's going to get it this week for sure. So it'll be second down, and we're going to call it 4 for St. Mary's. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. Puts his shoulder down. He'll get a Fowler TV first down as they'll move the sticks. Boy, this is just flat-out Rough Rider football right here.
Yeah. Nothing special.
Nope.
We're not doing any check with me's. We're doing any motion really. Just trap, dive, and sweep right down their throats.
That's it. Full house in the backfield. Give the ball to Osborne. Osborne is going to bounce it to the outside. He's to the 20-yard line where he is brought down.
Osborne on the carry.
We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it second down and 7. Here comes Braden Sullivan in the ball game. Osborne will check out. And I'll tell you what, when we talk to Coach Bo Fry, you're going to see a lot of these younger players start to play. Osborne getting in. And when that happens, it allows Braden Sullivan to come over, catch a little air, and focus on defense. And it paid off because he just picked one off on Elida's last possession. Busted play. Cody Wallace is going to keep it and go to the left, and he's run out of bounds. I think Braden Sullivan says, I don't want it. You take it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Let's watch this replay here.
Whoops.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Cody Wallace looked like he held the ball out, but Sullivan didn't grab it. It's happened a lot this year, though.
It has.
Very uncharacteristic. The good thing is it's never turned into a fumble, I don't think.
It hasn't. But, in all honesty, you're in game number 8. Those are mental mistakes,
right.
And I'm sure Coach Fry wants those to be totally eliminated.
Right.
Lone back is Aiden Hinkle. Will set a man in motion. Hinkle. No, he doesn't.
Little counter back with Sullivan.
Good. Nice ball movement by the Rough Riders. I thought Hinkle had it, but Braden Sullivan took it on a little counterback and picked up good yardage. As a matter of fact, he picked up another Fowler TV first down, so they'll move the chains. The ball is setting at the Elida, we'll call it the 12-yard line. Of course, our vantage point tonight in the Auglaize Equipment Rental skybox, we're not very high above the field. Carter Steinberg wide to the right, turn, give the ball to Mabry. Mabry has the corner, he's going to go in. Touchdown, Colton Mabry. Rough Riders are on the board again.
Nothing special, just your classic 28 sweep. Nice block from Hinkle. Trent Wyckoff coming up in there. Colton Mabry, though, really doing it himself, mostly just kind of cutting back and running to the corner. Excellent camera work, too.
Who's down there? Who did that camera work?
We got Chisholm down there, I think.
Is that it?
Thank you, Justin. Giving Doug a run for his money.
Absolutely. Logan Rush on to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 9:05 remaining here in the first half on the Family Audiology scoreboard, the Rough Riders have had the football 3 times. They have scored 3 times and lead the Elida Bulldogs 21-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Speckman Automotive, with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta, is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960, Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Football Stadium in Elida, Ohio. Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along wherever you may be watching tonight's contest. And if you have an opportunity and you're able to get to a keypad, punch in where you might be watching us tonight. Of course, Zach's always watching on his phone, so we'll be able to acknowledge where you are watching. So we appreciate that. Wherever you might be watching Rough Rider football, we're glad to be here to bring it to you.
Got BJ Axe watching from Toledo, Ohio. He's always watching.
He's in there every week.
That's right.
Every week. This Rough Rider kickoff is brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Greg Foxhoven watching from his house back on in St. Mary's.
Ball was returned by Amari Walsh, the freshman.
Abby and Scott Spencer watching us from Hawaii. That's somebody watching from northern New Mexico, Sevierville, Tennessee, San Bernardino, Texas-Mexican border, Falling Waters, West Virginia.
They're everywhere.
Paint Bros on top of the old Parker building.
Yeah. McHugh's pass is caught.
Rider Nation Station is truly
David
worldwide.
Etzler. It is. On the Parker Hannafin building. It's getting kind of dark for them to be painting. It'll be second down. We'll call it 3 for the Elida Bulldogs. Give the ball to number 4 for the Elida Bulldogs. It's the first time that he has carried the football tonight. And that is Tyler Carter. So it'll be third down and a short one for the Elida Bulldogs. See if this Rough Rider defense can stop the Elida Bulldogs and force them into a punting situation. There's a Dave Weilbacher penalty on the play. I think the ball was snapped and nobody for Elida moved, and so they're going to move this one back, I believe, 5 yards on Elida for a false start. Dead ball foul.
Hey guys, we lost power up here. We can still hear us, but we don't. Yeah.
So we'll bring it. That'll move it back 5 yards. We'll call it 3rd down and 6. The ball is placed at the Elida 32-yard line. This will bring up an obvious passing situation for the Dogs. McHugh goes back, goes across the middle, and it is picked off. Keegan Sharp on the pick. And he'll get to the 40-yard line.
He wants the end zone.
Up the middle.
Sharp wants the end zone.
To the 10, 5. Touchdown.
No. Oh, there is a flag.
There is a marker on the field. So we'll see what happens, see what the call is on the field.
During the return, block in the back, number 7, first down.
Kevin Perry was called for a block in the back.
I got it back.
So they'll bring this,
Yeah,
they'll bring his touchdown back.
It's the plug that goes into the spool. No, it's like real faulty. Like it moves like a centimeter and it goes off.
So the Rough Riders will have the football. The ball will be placed at the Elida 36-yard line. Good return by Keegan Sharp. Unfortunately nullified by a block in the back penalty, but nonetheless, the Rough Riders have the ball for the 4th time here in the first half. Cody Wallace will turn. He'll give the ball to Colton Mabry. Mabry will pick up a gain of about 1 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 9.
Man, that was exciting, Joe.
It was. Keegan Sharp checks into the ball game. Dominic Osborne will come out. Here comes Colton Mabry. Keep in mind, Mabry's just a sophomore. Aiden Hinkle, the lone setback in the backfield. He's got Sullivan in motion. Wallace is going to go up top. He's got a defender back, and it is going to be almost intercepted. Pass was intended for Keegan Sharp. I'm not so sure that that was a wise throw by Cody Wallace. Sharp was double covered. And also keep in mind, there's only one receiver in the pattern.
Yeah,
so it's either Keegan Sharp or nobody.
Well, he did have a running back in the flats, and he had number 90, which they've said can make a catch or two. But
and he can also run the football too.
Right.
So he had options, but
I think the problem there I see is if Sharp had a couple steps, you got to miss him deep.
Yes. Yep. Give the pitch to Hinkle, right side. He's going to bounce to the outside of the 30 to the 25. He shoved out of bounds, but not before he picks up another Fowler TV first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rough Riders. The ball is placed at the Elida 25-yard line. Dive play to Osborne, right side. He's still on his feet. Good job up front by Eli Rickard and Braden Saylor. Greg Felver on the right side of that line. Here comes Sullivan back into the ball game. Full house in the backfield. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. He's got blockers out in front. Turns it up, and he'll get to about the 15-yard line. So it's going to be close to a Fowler TV first down.
tackle by Tyler Carter.
We'll call it third down and about a foot. We'll see if the Rough Riders will do a quarterback sneak. We got a timeout on the field. Yeah, we'll hang tight. Officials are chatting it over. They might be looking to see about
measurement.
Nope, no
first
measurement.
Down.
So they do pick up a Fowler TV first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball is placed at the Elida 15-yard line. Rough Riders lead on the Family Audiology scoreboard, 21-0, 5:29 remaining here in the first half. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. Tell you what, the first half has gone by.
It sure has.
But again, that's part of the whole dynamics of keeping the football, getting first downs, keeping it on the ground. You chew up big young chunks of yardage. You keep the clock moving.
Yeah, that first drive ate up 6 minutes on the clock.
Caden Sharp checks in for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. Osborne thought about it. Here comes Carter Steinberg.
Play clock ticking down, 7 seconds.
They're going to have to hurry. Carter needs to get set. They do get it off. Mabry is going to bounce. He squares his shoulders. He slips and falls.
Yeah, it just took a little too long to cut on that. Should have probably just kept going to the end zone, to the corner.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Rough Riders. The ball is placed at the Elida 7-yard line. Hinkle. He'll pick up the Fowler TV first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Rough Riders. The ball will be placed inside the 5-yard line at the 4-yard line of Elida. And the Rough Riders are knocking on the door again.
First down, St. Mary's at the
4. First and goal at the 4. Full house in the backfield for the Rough Riders. Turn, give the ball to Sullivan. Touchdown, Rough Riders. So the Rough Riders now lead 27-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard with a point after to come. 4 touches for the Rough Riders, 4 touchdowns. Braden Sullivan will hold. Logan Rush will attempt the point after. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good. So, with 3:32 remaining on the Family Audiology scoreboard in the first half, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 28. The Elida Bulldogs nothing. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Speckman Automotive with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960. Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
Kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. And remember, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Logan Rush will attempt will kick off for the Rough Riders.
Still hearing compliments about Kip from last week, Joe.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely a highlight in himself. Ball will bounce at the 20-yard line. Picked up there by number 6, Amari Wash, and he's pushed out of bounds. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs. They will place the football at the Elida 23-yard line.
I think they'll be going deep early and often, Joe.
You think so? Well, their quarterback, number 16, Ryan McGee, just a sophomore. This one, McGee, he's going to roll to his right. He's going to give it to Brady Kirk. He'll go nowhere. Good job by the Roughrider defense. Getting up off the bottom of the pile is number 23. That is Caleb Felber. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Elida.
Like I said, going deep early and often.
And this wouldn't surprise me if this was either McGue's first or second start, because their normal quarterback, Larkin Henderson, is obviously injured and not able to play in tonight's contest. Man in motion for Elida. McGue rolls to his right. Got Roughriders on him, and he's going to throw it out of bounds.
Good job by Roughrider secondary. Had everything shut down back deep. And excellent job by Jamal Kessler and Kevin Perry. They've been sending them a lot more tonight than we ever saw against some of the other passing teams.
Well, I think it's
really made a difference.
Yeah, and keep in mind, not a bad game to do it when you got a young quarterback that can fluster him a little bit.
Right.
Pass across the middle is incomplete. Pass was intended for Jackson Kovalt. And it'll be 4th and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs. We'll see if they punt the football, and I think this would probably be a wise decision if they did.
I couldn't tell if that went right through Jackson Kovalt's hands or was thrown behind him.
He threw a bullet.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. He was open. Oh, yeah, right through his hands. Excellent camera work there on our Larry Schaff Auto Sales Rider replay.
We got a timeout taken by the Elida Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back right after this.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their 3-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your health care needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
All righty, after the Elida timeout, we are back to action. Logan Crow will do the punting for the Elida Bulldogs. Sullivan and Sharp back to receive the punt. They're standing at their own 35-yard line. The punt is up. It's a low kick. It's going to take a hop, and Sharp and they're going to stay away from it. So it'll be blown dead at the Roughrider 27-yard line.
Probably smart. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left. Can do a lot more damage giving Elida the ball back right there. Up 28-0. Don't want them to get any momentum going into half.
Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, high atop the All-Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox, bringing you tonight's ball game from Kraft Stadium in Elida. Lone set back is Hinkle. He's got the football. He'll go right up the middle. He'll cross the 30-yard line. They'll mark it at the 31 for the Roughriders. Still plenty of time on the Family Audiology scoreboard. 2:05 remaining in the first half. Plenty of time for the Roughriders to score. This is their 5th possession in the first half. Wallace is going to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw it out of bounds. We'll see. Well, he was outside the tackle box, so he was able to throw it, and he throws it away. That was a smart move.
Smart decision.
So it'll bring up third down, and we'll call it 7 for the Roughriders. The ball is, again, resting at their own 31-yard line. So
they're going to watch that on video, and he's going to wish he threw the screen a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Had some room there, but couldn't maintain the block long enough.
I think Aiden Hinkle was out there. I think wasn't he the receiver out there?
Yeah.
Hinkle, lone running back. Wallace is going to go right straight back. He's going to throw one down deep, and it's going to go out of the reach of Carter Steinberg.
Intended for Carter Steinberg.
Even though it was an incomplete pass, you could see the arm strength of Cody Wallace. He can throw it, that's for sure.
From the 25, landed on the other 25. It's 50 yards in the air.
First punt for the Roughriders. Jay Schaefer, the Western Buckeye League's leading punter at 39.5 yards per punt. Back to do the punting for the Roughriders. David Etzkorn back to receive the punt. This is going to fall a little bit short of his 39-point average. He gets a Roughrider bounce. And down the football for the Roughriders is Trenton Wyckoff. So that was the first punt for the Roughriders in the ball game. It's been all Roughriders here in the first half as they were able to score on 4 of their first 5 possessions. The ball is placed at the Elida 34-yard line, 33-yard line.
Yeah, a little disappointing giving Elida another chance here with 1:35 left. Would have rather if, just eat up the clock a little bit.
Brady Kirk on the carry.
Brady Kirk, the ball carrier. We'll give him a gain of about 3 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7.
Elida's got, they've got 3 timeouts. Nope, 2 timeouts left. They're saving them. A little surprised at that call and no timeout there.
McHugh has a knockdown by Jay Schaefer. We've seen it once. We've seen it 24 times. Jay Schaefer has a knack of getting right in the path of the quarterback and receiver, and he bats another one down.
Watch this replay. He doesn't even, he didn't even have it in front of the ball. He swatted it out of the air as it flew past him. That's just amazing instinct there.
Yep. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for Elida. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Ryan McHugh is going to launch one down the middle of the field, and it is almost picked off by Braden Sullivan. Almost an acrobatic interception by Sullivan. We'll see what kind of shot we got here on the Larry Schaff instant replay. Well, this is almost a whale of a catch.
Wow.
Almost pulled it in.
Those are one of those nervous ones where if he doesn't intercept it and the guy catches it, he might score a touchdown.
Exactly.
But Sullivan, excellent instinct and great timing on that. Man, he wanted his second one of the night, didn't he?
He did. Logan Crow on to do the punting for Elida. Low punt. It's going to hit at about the 46. Sharps picks up the ball. He's going to get the corner, and he'll get it back to the 39-yard line. We got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag come flying in from way back. Kind of looked like maybe a block in the back. When it comes from that official back there, it might be a block in the back.
Yeah, let's see it on the replay here.
And it was probably one of those situations where he didn't have to even block.
Number 33 in offense. First down.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny though, because it's one thing to get a block or do that and bust a guy for a big play, but when it has no effect on the outcome of the play.
It's a little ticky-tacky in my opinion, though. Looking at that again, he definitely had his hands on the back, but he wasn't really pushing him too hard. The guy was running out of bounds.
Right. Yeah, that's a question for Mark Sisko next week on rules of the game.
We're going to examine that one.
You won't be there. Hayden Hinkle right up the middle. He'll cross the 26-yard line.
St. Mary's trying to show a little pass, but hand it up the middle and try to get something out of it.
The question that I would ask Mark is, what happens if a blocker faces up and the blocker that he's blocking turns, the defensive player turns? What is that? Can that be a block in the back when he initially faces up with him? Sharp gets out of bounds. He'll pick up a Fowler TV first down, and he'll move the chains. We got 8 ticks of the clock remaining.
Timeout St. Mary's. They said that he did not get out of bounds. They said his forward progress stopped. So they're going to start they did start the clock again.
So we're down to 5 seconds. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back with the final 5 seconds right after this.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
We're back at Kraft Stadium in Elida, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along. We could put 3 seconds back on the game clock. 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Carter Steinberg wide to the right. Braden Sullivan, Steinberg to the left, Sullivan to the right. Pass out to Steinberg, hook and lateral to Sharp. Sharp's going to dance a little bit. I think it's going to be too late as time runs out on the game clock, and that's the end of the first half. So on the Family Audiology scoreboard, we've played one half of football here at Elida Football Stadium, and it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 28. The Elida Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back with the Hewer Renovating halftime show right after this.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party. Dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Rough Rider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Stadium in Elida, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. And, of course, You see us in the All Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox here at Kraft Stadium. And again, we want to thank Greg Broyles and his crew for allowing us to tote this piece of equipment here to Elida. Of course, it's always one of my favorite places to do a ball game from.
You don't mind that it shakes a little bit, right, Joe?
No, I thought, in all honesty, we were lifting it up. I thought we were tipping this bad boy over. It just didn't feel good. But
this is nice being up here.
It is.
I've done stats in the visitors press box, and if you can see on your camera here, there are no windows on the side of it or on the corners. So when you're in that box, you can pretty much just see between the 30s, and you can't see out. Yeah. So it's nice that we get out here. We got a lot of room, and thank you again for Always Equipment Rental.
And it's always nice to do it when the weather's nice. So we've had pretty nice weather the 2 times we've been in the All Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox, but we thank Greg Broyles again and his crew at All Glaze Equipment Rental for allowing us to use their lift to bring you tonight's contest. It is time now for our Hewer Renovating halftime show. We have stats, and we'll recap some of the activities that took place in the first half, but we're still waiting on Andy Ramel to text us over the stats. But Zach, from your point of view, in the first half, the Rough Riders 5 possessions, scored 4 times. Typical Rough Rider football, keep the ball on the ground, chew up a lot of clock, and put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, run the ball, control the clock, win the game.
That's it. So we're kind of hoping, and we're kind of leaning that we're like
got them
2 points away from running clock in the second half, and the Rough Riders, I believe, will kick off to start the second half. We'll see how that goes. So we've got our numbers thanks to Andy Ramel. And we'll have Zach take a look at them. Zach?
Looking at the halftime stats here. First downs, St. Mary's 16, Elida 2. Total yards, St. Mary's 265, Elida 41. Passing, St. Mary's 1 for 4, 0 yards. Elida 3 for 13 for 2 yards. Or 1 pass for 4 yards. Wait a minute. 1 for 4, sorry. Elida 3 for 13 with 2 interceptions. St. Mary's has 12 net passing yards. Elida has 21 net passing yards. St. Mary's right now has 37 rushes for 253 yards. Elida has 7 rushes for 20 yards. St. Mary's has 3 penalties for 34 yards, and Elida has 1 penalty for 5 yards. St. Mary's is 7 for 8 on third down conversions. Elida is just 1 for 6. St. Mary's is one punt for 36 yards. Elida has 3 punts for a total of 124 yards, averaging 41.3 yards per carry. Looking at the average drive start, St. Mary's started on their 41.5 yard line to Elida's 31.2 yard line. St. Mary's time of possession, 16 minutes and 40 seconds. Elida, 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Looking at some of the individual, St. Mary's, Cody Wallace, 1 for 4 for 8 yards. Aiden Hinkle, 16 rushes for 68 yards. So we think that he's reached the 1,000-yard mark, even though we said he did it last week. He has 1 touchdown from the night. He's averaging 4.3 yards a rush. Colton Mabry, 8 rushes for 108 yards, 52 yards being his longest, 2 touchdowns. Colton Mabry right now is averaging 13.5 yards per carry. Dominic Osborne, 5 rushes for 30 yards, the longest being an 18-yard scamper. Carter Steinberg, thrown to twice, caught once for 8 yards. Keegan Sharp, thrown to once. Looking at Elida, Ryan McGew, 3 completions on 12 attempts for just 21 yards, just 10 yards being his longest, and 2 costly interceptions. Rushing, Brady Kirk, 5 rushes for 18 yards, longest being 7 yards on the rush. So, pretty dominant, matching the score in the stat.
And it sounds like the Rough Riders are doing it on both sides of the football, and of course that's going to make Coach Beaufry extremely happy when both sides of the football are playing extremely well.
Yeah, but I think Elida's had their chance tonight. We've seen a drop for that would have been a sure touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely.
We saw a couple drops over the middle with their wide receivers that would have been big gains. I don't know if they would have done anything from that, but they haven't had a chance to get any momentum because they've had drops down the field.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights as far as the plays are concerned in the first half. We'll do that and more when we come back to Kraft Stadium in Elida right after this.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's is proud to support Roughrider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughrider football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, the greatest of all times.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles 767, people helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Back at Kraft Stadium in Elida, Ohio, Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along wherever you may be watching tonight. I'd like to send out a special shout out to Jim McMurray, and his father is at home watching the ball game. And Jim texts me and appreciates Rider Nation Station, and just glad to be there. For anybody that's not able to get to a ball game, whether it be physically or not able to or weather-wise, but we're glad you're able to just sit in your living room and watch Rough Rider football.
Yeah, we've had people checking in from all over the country. It's been very neat. Monticello, Utah, Findlay. Really neat. New Mexico, Hawaii, all over.
It's crazy. We're going to right now we're going to take a look at some of the first half highlights, and of course it's a first half dominated by the Rough Riders. So let's take a look at some of those replays, if you will.
First, we have that Mabry long run. Nice job on that kind of classic 28 sweep. Guards got out in front and lots of blockers down the field.
This is Aiden Hinkles, I believe. This is his first touchdown run. Just good second effort, hard-nosed running by Aiden Hinkle. We've seen him do that time and time again throughout the year.
This is Mabry's 5 dive, 52-yard dive for a touchdown.
He's taking it to the house.
I don't think he got touched, Joe. He seems to get faster. Mabry was a little slow at the beginning of the
You'll
season.
see Braden Sullivan come into your picture right there, picks it off. That was a great interception, great camera work. I think it was Justin Chisholm on the camera down there. This is a Colton Mabry touchdown run. And he wasn't touched there. Maybe at the end.
Pushed into the end zone.
Yeah. This is a Keegan Sharp interception. This is a nice pick and a nice return for a touchdown. Unfortunately, this was going to be brought back due to a block in the back by the Roughriders. Just good second and third effort by Keegan Sharp. Just refuses to be taken down.
Yeah, I didn't see a block in the back. I saw one player touch a guy on his back. Didn't even move him. We gotta look at that at rules of the game.
And this is a Braden Sullivan touchdown as well. So some of the highlights in the first half here at Kraft Stadium in Elida. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the scores around the area as other games are being played. So we're going to take a break. So on the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 28. The Elida Bulldogs nothing. We'll come back with more on the Hewer Renovating Halftime Show right after this.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Roughrider Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Roughrider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Call Guarneri's during or after the game to place your pickup order for pizza, wings, or hoagies at 419-394-2244. Remember, Guarneri's, home of the signature Big Ralph. If you're looking to renovate your home, former Roughrider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643. Kogi Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning has brought the best in comfort control and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 57 years. Kogi's takes pride in identifying heating, plumbing, and air conditioning solutions which stand out from the rest. Give Kogi's a call today. Kogi, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, a name you can trust.
Are you looking for a new trailer or needing your current one fixed? Then head over to Midway Trailer Sales. We're conveniently located just off U.S. Highway 33 in St. Mary's and Interstate 75 in Dayton. We're your one-stop shop for new and used trailers, flatbeds, and snowplows. We also offer a wide array of parts to fit your trailer's needs. Our professional service team will get you back on the road in no time. And of course, we're Ohio's only authorized empty hopper dealer. Come visit us at www.midwaytrailers.net. When you need a haul, give Midway a call.
Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Roughrider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Roughrider community.
If you want a winning banking relationship for all your financial needs, let Minster Bank help. We can make all your winning dreams come true. Find us at minsterbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Plus One Professionals Real Estate always goes the extra mile. Besides listing and selling, they offer free use of their moving van and a free interior design consultation to their customers. Plus One Professionals, going the extra mile.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go.
Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Salina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Back at Kraft Stadium in Elida, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Rider Nation Station, the Rough Riders lead on the Family Audiology scoreboard by a score of 28-0. We've taken a look at some of the statistics, obviously. We've taken a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Now we've got some of the scores around the Western Buckeye League as well as around the area. So, Zach, what you got?
Yeah, let's look first at the WBL. Wapakoneta is up 28-0 over Bath. Of course, that's who the Rough Riders will take on next week. Close game happening right now in Shawnee. OG Titans are tied with Shawnee 7-7. Of course, our game here, Rough Riders up 28-0. Looking down up in Defiance, Salina Bulldogs right now are up 7-0 in the second quarter. A little surprised they haven't scored more, but that should be a pretty good game actually, because they're both two teams that have kept improving throughout the year. Salina and Defiance, battle of the Bulldogs.
Wow.
And then right now in the second quarter, Van Wert is beating Kenton 54-7.
Well, it looks like for the Kenton Wildcats, 2 weeks in a row, they'll have a running clock in the second half.
Yeah, that's incredible. Looking here at some other conferences, Northwestern Conference, Crestview 7, Spencerville 7 at halftime. Delphus Jefferson up 26-6 at halftime over Lipsick. Columbus Grove up 17-6 at halftime over Ada. Allen East up 10-0 over Bluffton at halftime. And some really big games tonight in the Midwest Athletic Conference. Fort Recovery up 12-7 in the second quarter against Parkway. Marion Local up 41-0 over Anna at halftime. And probably the biggest game of the night in the entire area, number 1 Coldwater is up 14-7 over number 3 New Bremen at halftime. So awesome battle going on tonight down in Coldwater. Minster's up in the second quarter over Delphos St. John's 9-0. Versailles is up over St. Henry 13-9. Of course, St. Mary's will play St. Henry next year, starting for 2 years as the first game of the year. Looking in the Blanchard Valley Conference, Van Lew up 14-13 over Arcadia. Arlington up 23-7 over Riverdale. Macomb up 49-0 over Corey Rawson. Liberty Benton up 14-10 over Pandora Gilboa. The NCC, Waynesfield Goshen, I didn't know they were state ranked, number 8 in the state, up 34-0 over Perry. Hardin Northern up 14-0 over Crestline. Elgin up 14-0 over Ridgemont. Green Meadows Conference, Wayne Trace up 22-6 over Fairview at half. Antwerp up 27-16 in the second quarter over Ayersville. Tenor up 10-0 over Paulding at halftime. So lots of neat games out there.
What Rough Rider coach played his high school football at Waynesfield Goshen?
Mike Reams.
You're right. But that's not our trivia question.
That's not the trivia question.
No, that is not the trivia question.
And then he also played at Ohio Northern.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So
Mike Reams was my 8th grade coach, and then he followed us into freshman, and then he followed us into varsity our 3 years. And those were his first 5 years of coaching.
How cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back as the Elida Bulldogs have made their way out onto the football field in preparation for second half action. The Rough Riders are now just making their way onto the field, prepare for second half action as well. So while they do that, obviously the clock will run down. They'll put another 3 minutes on the clock. When we come back, we'll have the start of the second half. When we come back to Kraft Stadium in Elida right after this.
Speckman Automotive with stores in St. Mary's and Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. Family run since 1960, Speckman Automotive upholds the tradition of blending old-fashioned customer service with modern technology that the customers expect and deserve. Shop local. Shop Speckman Automotive.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Salina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Roughrider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
Head to Varsity Lanes for the pregame or postgame party. Dinner, beverages, and bowling with the best prices in town. Varsity Lanes also specializes in birthday parties or office and corporate parties of all sizes. Varsity Lanes is the home of 2 boys and 2 girls state championship titles. Eat, drink, and bowl where the state winners are built. Proud supporters of Roughrider Athletics, Varsity Lanes.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Football Stadium. Joe Hurlbert, Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station, as we get ready to bring you the second half here from Elida. This Roughrider kickoff return is brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton, State Farm, you get neighborly service and a local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good crowd here from St. Mary's, really filling the stands. Dare I say, maybe even more than on the home side. I think it's number 7.
Ed Scorn and Jackson Kovault back to receive the kickoff for the Elida Bulldogs. Logan Rush will do the kicking for the Roughriders. There's the kickoff, Logan Rush. It's a high end over end kick taken by Ed Scorn. At the 20-yard line, he'll get it to the middle of the field where he is brought down by a host of Roughrider special teams players. And they'll set the football down at the Elida 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Elida Bulldogs. 28-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along wherever you may be watching. The ball to Brady Kirk. He'll pick up a couple of yards. We'll call it 2nd down and 8 for Elida.
Elida's not giving up on that run. Down 28-0, and they're still trying to get a draw or two up the middle, trying to keep St. Mary's defense honest. Probably just trying to put a drive together at this point. Don't need to get all 28 points back at one time. Just try to work down the field and get one touchdown and try to build up from there.
Be 2nd down and 8. play clock down to 6 seconds. Edscorn on the sweep. And he's going to be brought down. He might have lost a yard on the play, so we're going to call it 3rd down, and we're going to call it 9 for the Elida Bulldogs. That'll bring up a passing situation for quarterback Ryan McHugh and his Bulldogs.
I think that's the first time we've seen that jet sweep from Elida. And you're trying to push the outside run, get something going somewhere.
Well, we'll look and see if they go deep. Knocked down, ball's up in the air. And guess who knocked that one down?
Jay Shaver.
Absolutely.
Automatic. Oh, no, that might have been 95.
Braxton King. The big fella. I tell you what, one of these times they're gonna just reach up and snatch it out of the air.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, and Braxton King almost, if he would have looked up a little bit sooner, might have been able to pick that one off.
Well, can you see him rumbling and bumbling? He's like 270 pounds.
I was hoping for it.
Nice high punt. Sullivan gets it, and he did not call a fair catch. And he'll get it to about the 48-yard line. So kind of a risky catch and run by Braden Sullivan, but nonetheless ends up with a positive result. As soon as he received it, he ran by about 4 Elida Bulldog players. He just ran right by him.
I thought it was going to be catch interference there for a second, but it's actually his own player started getting pushed into him.
First and 10, Rough Riders. Ball is placed at the 49-yard line. Here comes Colton Mabry, and he's going to go nowhere. As a matter of fact, he's going to lose a yard on the play, so we'll call it 2nd down and 11 for St. Mary's.
A little bit of an Olay block there from 62. Put his head down, and the Elida defender was able to get right past him and make that play.
We'll call it 2nd down and 11. Little counter action. Here comes Sharp. He's got a hole, and he is stuffed right there by Edscorn. Man, to check that. That was number 2. That was Seth Sharp and Amari Wash. Put a shoulder on Keegan Sharp. So we'll see if the Rough Riders will go to the air. It's 3rd down, and we're going to call it 9 for the Rough Riders. Pitch to Hinkle. Hinkle is going to be close to a 1st down, but he's going to be about 3 yards short. We'll see if the Rough Riders will keep it on the ground and go for it. I don't see why they wouldn't. 28-point lead. It'll be 4th down. We're going to call it 3 for the Rough Riders. Cody Wallace gets the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. Brings it back to his teammates.
Yeah, I think it's 4th down territory. Been getting 5, 6, 7 yards a night. Time for your offensive line and your running backs to do it again.
And they're not going to get that one.
79 in the backfield right now. Kevin McGuire, 6'1", 310 pounds.
So the first time the Rough Riders have been turned away, and they'll give the ball back to the Elida Bulldogs. It'll be 1st and 10 for Elida. The ball is placed at their own 43-yard line.
That was a 4 fullback dive, and the some confusion there between the guard and center. Center didn't get his head on the right side of that, and if he was playing a little bit in that gap, guard should have come down and taken that out. Can't leave a 310-pounder unblocked.
Absolutely. McHugh will give the ball to, I believe it's number 4, Tyler Carter carries the football. Carter is a 5'9", 170-pound senior. Hughes flushed out of the pocket. Pass over the middle is incomplete.
McHugh took a massive hit from Caden Sharp after that pass. Wow, he's a little slow getting up.
Yes, he is.
Let's see if we can see it here. Oof. Just outside that replay. Got another angle here. McHugh rolls out to the left. There comes Caden Sharp. Boom.
Good camera work. Call it 3rd down and 9 for Elida. Ryan McHugh will have Tyler Carter to his left. Goes straight back. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. And here
Caden
comes
Sharp again.
And he's going to sack him. So good job by Sharp.
Sharp with the sack.
Apparently he had McHugh's number.
Caden Sharp says we've been saying Keegan Sharp's name a little too much tonight.
I believe so. It's time to get the brother in.
4th down and 18.
Using some of those wrestling skills on that throw down, I think.
Absolutely. Logan Crow to do the punting. It's a low punt. Keegan Sharp picks it up. He's going to break one tackle. He's going to come back to the other side. Makes a move, and he ducks under a tackle, and there's a flag coming out of nowhere. That's a Dave Wildbacher high flyer flag.
I think it might be a late hit. Nice job again, Keegan Sharp, changing directions, just outrunning everybody.
Yeah, just
block in the back. Gives number 11. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run.
I didn't see that.
Sharp gets flagged for a block in the back, so it'll march the ball back, and the Rough Riders will have it 1st and 10. Ball is on their own 30-yard line. Second possession for the Rough Riders here in the second quarter. Dominic Osborne on the carry on a straight dive up the right side. Gets a couple. That'll be about it before he's brought down by the Elida defense. Full house in the backfield.
Hinkle, the ball carrier.
Colton Mabry's the ball carrier. So it'll be 3rd down. We'll call it a long 3 for the Rough Riders. Clock continues to roll. It's 5:40 remaining here in the in the third quarter. We'll have our Rough Rider trivia question after this next play. Henkel's going to pick up the Fowler TV first down. They'll move the sticks. Here is tonight's Rough Rider trivia question. Of all the Rough Riders, all the Rough Rider players, and that includes me and Zach and Ross Henshin, and of course we cannot leave out Dave Wildbacher, who holds all the JV 8th grade records that you can possibly put together. Of all the Rough Rider players to wear the blue and gold, only one player in the history of Rough Rider football has made it to the NFL. Can you name him? Of all the Rough Rider players to wear the blue and gold, only one player in the history of Rough Rider football has made it to the NFL. Can you name him? Cody Wallace checks back in with the play from offensive coordinator Kobe Fry. The Rough Riders will have it. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Ball is setting at their own 46-yard line. Turn, give a pitch to Hinkle. Hinkle will dive to the 50-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and a long 2. Again, that Rough Rider trivia question. Of all the Rough Rider players to wear the blue and gold, only one player in the history of Rough Rider football has made it to the NFL. Can you name that player? Wallace will turn, give the ball to Hinkle. He'll bounce to the outside, and he's going to be short of a 1st down. So we'll see if the Rough Riders will punt it away or if they will elect to go for it. Ross thinks they'll go for it.
Yeah, I think they may run a 4 fullback dive again because they want to fix that blocking scheme that happened last time. I saw Coach Bo Fry over here on the sidelines looking at their huddle with his center and guard on that side, showing him that. So that's what I'd call. But
so we'll call it 4th, and we'll call it a short 1 for the Rough Riders. Carter Steinbarg wide to the left. They'll give the ball to Hinkle. He's got a Fowler TV 1st down. So instead of going to the right, they went to the other side.
They tried to fullback dive on the other side.
And they'll run between Trent Wyckoff and Xavier LeClaire and Caleb Miller, the center. And they'll pick up a Fowler TV 1st down. They'll move the sticks. Counter back. Here comes Keegan Sharp. He's got blockers out in front. He's just rolling and mulling. He's to the
ball's down.
He's inside the 30-yard line. I see an orange marker down. Did he drop the football?
Yes, he did. Yeah, right at the end of his run, but fell right on it. It's one of the problems where he fights for extra yardage so hard, but he tried a little stiff arm there and forgot to take the ball with him.
Another Fowler TV 1st down for the Rough Riders. They'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs. Here they come. Rough Riders. Cody Wallace will launch one. Sharp! 5, touchdown, Rough Riders. But sooner or later they fake the dive, and Braden Sullivan gets behind the secondary and is standing all alone and walks it into the end zone.
Could have took some time, tied his shoe, and
absolutely
walked in backwards.
Nice play call by the offensive coordinator, Kobe Fry.
Most importantly, Joe, running clock.
Bingo.
It's starting to get cold up here.
So we got 2:41 remaining. Rough Riders lead 34-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard with the point after by Logan Rush to come. There's the kick, and it is good. So, with 2:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it is the St. Mary's Rough Riders 35, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. Back right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Alrighty, back at Kraft Stadium. Want to remind everybody that the Rough Rider trivia question, the winner of tonight's trivia question, will receive a 15-inch pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, and that will be in the form of a gift card that you will be able to pick up next week across the street at Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. So halfway through the 4th quarter, we'll give you the winner. We got any?
We've got a lot of correct answers, Joe.
Seriously?
That's right. And we've got a lot of people watching from St. Mary's because they're all texting me too. So
are they?
Some people have my cell phone. I get I just got a Facebook message. We've got more answers on this question than we've ever had.
That's amazing. And you know what? Dave Weilbacher probably said Dave Weilbacher.
He's got a little bit of an inflated self-value. No, but he does have some records. You know,
He does. A lot of them.
Number of pass interference in the game.
A lot of them, according to him. That Rough Rider kickoff was brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and the local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So the Rough Riders, yep, they just made the announcement here to the fans in the stadium that this game will now be played with a running clock. So Ryan McHugh for Elida will have the football, and Elida will pick up about 3 yards on the play. The ball carrier is Tyler Carter. So the only time the clock will stop is on a change of possession. So we'll call it second down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Ryan McHugh goes back. He's rushed. Get a nice pitch and catch to the far side of the field.
Ooh, he got hit real hard again, Joe. 23, nice clean hit. Caleb Felver, and McHugh's a little slow getting up. See right there on the replay on the right side of your screen.
Pass was caught by Keaton Hawkey. So it'll be third down. We'll call it a short 2 for the Elida Bulldogs. 1:05 remaining here in the third quarter. You can hear the Cowbell Mafia down below our location. And off goes to David Edscorn, and he's going to go to the far side where he's going to be run out of bounds. I think he's going to be short of a first down, but the clock is going to continue to run regardless if he went out of bounds or not. .30 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We're going to call it 4th and 1. We'll see what Elida chooses to do. You know, in all honesty, they have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Ryan McHugh, the Elida quarterback, in the gun. He's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle on a quarterback keeper. He'll be close to a first down. It looks from our vantage point here in the All Glaze Equipment Rental Skybox. He has it, and the official agrees with us, so they're going to move the chains.
You know, Joe, earlier we were talking about Osborne being a sophomore, and I forgot that Colton Mabry's just a sophomore as well.
Right.
He seems like a junior because we saw him play so much last year as a freshman.
Absolutely.
But two really nice sophomore running backs there.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter here at Kraft Stadium in Elida. On the Family Audiology scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 35, the Elida Bulldogs nothing. It's time now for another Big Ralph Rider replay brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph Pub, or Sub Pub Pizza Calzone. You name it, they got it. Give them a call at 419-394-2247.
Of course, Joe, we're going to be broadcasting live from Guarneri's next Wednesday.
Absolutely. So.
Corey calls the signals. If you're going to get it there, hand the ball to Justin Noggle. Noggle breaks the tackle. Get Noggle! Noggle at the 10, 5. He dives. Got it! Touchdown! Justin Noggle takes it to the end zone from 35 out.
Obviously, that was in your playing time.
Yeah, it was either junior or senior year, 03 or 04. Justin Noggle, one of the great St. Mary's running backs. Corey Vossler handing it off to him. Love hearing that one. It might have been against Kenton at home on a 5-dive, Joe.
Really?
I kind of remember a 35-yard dive to Justin Noggle. And I think he almost punted the ball onto the railroad tracks. but he smartly chose not to, although we would have been talking about it to this day.
Absolutely. There's a pass across the middle. Oh, nice catch. Nice catch by Jackson Koval with Braden Sullivan right on his back. We'll see if we can get a good shot of this one. Braden Sullivan was right there. This is just a good catch by Koval. Still not enough for a Elida first down. We're going to call it 3rd down and 4 for the Elida Bulldogs. Ryan McHugh in the gun for the Elida Bulldogs. He's going to hand it up the middle, and it's going to be an Elida first down. And the ball carrier is Tyler Carter, and we'll give him a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. So it'll be an Elida first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Elida. The ball is placed at the Roughrider 44-yard line.
Well, 35-0, 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. But trust me, this defense does not want to give up their shutout.
They do not. He bobbles the snap, and he's going to make do of something that really didn't start out to look all that great. But McHugh keeps it and goes up the middle after he bobbled the snap from center. We're going to give him a gain of 8 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 2. Defensive coordinator Nick Yale shouting instructions out to his defense.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing. You think you have him dead to rights. He's bobbling the ball and just manages to get a little lucky and do the rest with his feet. Some hard running forward.
McHugh drops straight back. He's looking for a receiver. He's got one all the way down the sideline. Sharp is there, and Sharp knocks it down. Sharp was there, as was number 23, Caleb Felver.
Nice throw from McHugh.
Well, we've got a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the field. For all your legal needs, give Dave Weilbacher a call. On the defense.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra talking, I think, after the play.
Oh, come on.
Coach Bo Fry smartly takes him out of the game.
So we've got a timeout on the field with the score. The St. Mary's Roughriders 35, the Elida Bulldogs nothing on the Family Audiology scoreboard. We'll take timeout for this. We'll be right back.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Stadium in Elida for this Western Buckeye League encounter between the Elida Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Roughriders, and it's been all Roughriders here in this contest. They lead 35-0 on the Family Audiology scoreboard. Ryan McHugh, the quarterback for the Elida Bulldogs, has them at the St. Mary's 20-yard line, and the ball carrier is Tyler Carter. Clock continues to run. We're down to 8:05 remaining here in the football contest. We'll call it 2nd down and 9 for Elida. Ball is placed at the St. Mary's 19-yard line, so the Elida Bulldogs have the ball for the first time in the St. Mary's red zone. We'll see if they can make anything happen out of this. McHugh across the middle, pass is knocked down. We're going to get a Dave Weilbacher penalty flag on the play.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure on his back, contact, but the ball was pretty underthrown. I don't know.
Well, we want to congratulate our winner of tonight's Rough Rider trivia question, and it's Derek Vogel. And the correct answer, and we had a lot of them, which surprised me, Evan Jolitz. Evan Jolitz is the only player in the history of Rough Rider football to make it to the NFL and play. He was a linebacker for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I will tell you a story that Greg Freewalt said. There was another Rough Rider player that made it to camp. Tim Fortney was drafted by the New England Patriots. He got all the way to camp, received pay, a check from the Patriots, but he was unable to pass the physical due to his knees.
Wow.
So he was drafted but didn't get an opportunity to play. So Evan Jolitz is the only one that actually made it and had a career in the NFL. So congratulations to Derek Vogel. He's the winner of a 15-inch pizza from Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub. And you know what, Derek, while you're at it, why don't you just make yourself a dozen donuts as well? Pizza and donuts. McHugh under center, I believe, for the first time. He's going to keep it, and he's not going to go anywhere. Good defense by the Rough Riders. Braxton King, Jay Schaefer, Caden Sharp, Logan Compton in there, as well as Jamal Kessler.
Five and a half minutes left. This defense really wants to stop here.
Yes, they do. Ball is placed at about the Rough Rider 6-yard line. McHugh back in the shotgun for Elida. Sends him player in motion. Here comes the runner. They got it! Jamal Kessler sacks Ryan McHugh for a loss. And this will make it even more difficult for the Elida Bulldogs to put this in the end zone. So it'll be third down. And I believe it's still goal, isn't it?
Might be kicking a field goal, Joe.
Third and goal.
Guess if you just want to break up the...
Yes, they are. In to attempt a field goal for the Elida Bulldogs is Grant Hardiman. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this about Hardiman. He's perfect for PATs, 20 for 20, and he's perfect for field goals at 4 for 4. This one is up, and this one is good, and he is 5 for 5 for field goals on the season, and he puts Elida on the board at 35-3. So with 4:32 remaining in the football game, we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back with the Elida kickoff right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
This Rough Rider kickoff return is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. When you go with Laura Yelton State Farm, you get neighborly service and the local agent. Call or stop in and see Laura or Logan Yelton in St. Mary's. And always remember that like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So Grant Hardiman will do the kicking for the Elida Bulldogs. Short. Caden Sharp falls on the football. So it'll be the Rough Rider football, 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at the Rough Rider 46-yard line. 4:10 remaining. A couple of first downs here, and this one will be over. Carter Steinberg will check in at quarterback for the Rough Riders. Cody Wallace's evening is done.
Looks like we got other backups in there.
Yes, we do.
Good to see them getting some valuable Friday night lights. And that's 38, Caleb Schmidt. We've seen him a lot the past couple weeks.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach Bo Fry has high expectations for this young fella.
Yeah, and got Noah Dixon in the backfield as well. Saw him take some sweeps against Shawnee and Kenton. 88, Carson Engel. 78, Ross Bowman at left tackle. Camden Roth at left guard. Should be Carson Sturwold at center.
And Caleb Schmidt on the carry. We'll give him a gain of a yard on the play. We'll call it second down and still 7 for the Rough Riders. Carter Steinberg, just a junior. 5'9", 160 pounds.
26, Wesley Blair also in the game. 16, Carson Giesecke. Number 80, Cameron Dameyer.
Steinberg under center. He'll turn. He'll give the ball to...
Looks like Schmidt again.
Caleb Schmidt. He'll go nowhere. That'll bring up 4th down and 7. We'll see what head coach Bo Fry wants to do. I think he's going to send him back off the field, his punting unit.
Gonna let the clock go down first. Use up all that play clock. 20 seconds left on it.
Then you think he's called a timeout?
Yep.
Rough Riders call timeout as the play clock runs out, and the Rough Riders will gather around head coach Bo Fry. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back right after this.
Auglai's Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Salina Road or auglaisequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglai's Equipment Rental.
All righty, Jay Schaefer in to do the punting for the Rough Riders. First time he's had to punt the football tonight. Of course, as I mentioned before. Second?
Yeah.
Okay, he is the Western Buckeye League's leading punter. Rough Riders lead 35-8 on the Family Audiology scoreboard with 1:28 remaining. Ball is at the Rough Rider 49-yard line. Etzkorn back to receive the punt. Kind of shanks it off the side of his foot. It'll hit about the 30, and it's going to get a Rough Rider roll. It's going to be ruled dead at the Elida 21-yard line. So some of the Rough Rider faithful below us starting to make their way toward the exits. And again, we want to thank Auglai's Equipment Rental for allowing us to use their lift tonight to allow us to bring you tonight's ball game. Of course, press box facilities do not have a room for us, so we bring our own press box.
Ooh. Some nice good hits here from the backups.
Number 48, that's Ryan Ruvold, a sophomore in on the play. The ball carrier was, I believe, number 27 for the Elida Bulldogs.
That'd be Bentley Mooney, 5'9", 140-pound sophomore.
First down for Elida, 23 seconds remaining. This possibly could be the last play of the ball game. Nice hit by number 48. That is Ryan Ruvold again. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. We're down to 9 seconds. We'll see if the Elida Bulldogs are going to call it a game. So the St. Mary's Roughriders will move their record to 6-2 overall and 5-2 in the Western Buckeye League with a 35-3 win over the Elida Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some statistics on our Hewer Renovating post-game show when we come back to Kraft Field right after this.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's is proud to support Roughrider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Roughrider football game streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, the greatest of all times.
St. Mary's Eagles 767 is dedicated to promoting the general welfare of the citizens of St. Mary's by giving special attention to public improvements. They are also committed to helping meet the public needs and all that relates to the betterment, convenience, and comforts of the citizens of St. Mary's. For more information on how you can become a member, call 419-394-3257 or stop in during business hours at 404 East Spring Street in St. Mary's. St. Mary's Eagles, 767. People helping people.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ellen Hunter, owner of Family Audiology Associates with offices in Salina and St. Mary's. I am a St. Mary's Memorial graduate and a proud supporter of our Auglaize and Mercer County community. Since 2004, my staff and I have tested and treated the hearing imbalance of many of our infants, children, adults, and elderly in our community, and we would be proud for you or your loved one to be one of our next patients. Call Family Audiology Associates today, your hometown hearing experts, and go Riders!
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
All righty, we welcome you back to Kraft Football Stadium in Elida. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. We want to welcome everybody to our Hewer Renovating post-game show, and brought to you by Hewer Renovating in St. Mary's. We've got some statistics, Zach, on the night.
Yeah, St. Mary's just kind of added to their totals from halftime. 20 first downs for St. Mary's to Elida's 7. 346 total yards for St. Mary's to Elida's 80. St. Mary's was 2 for 5 passing with 1 touchdown. Elida was 6 for 19 with 2 interceptions. St. Mary's had 40 net passing yards. Elida had 31. St. Mary's had 52 rushes for 306 yards. Elida had 22 rushes for 49 yards. St. Mary's had that 1 fumble, but fortunately it wasn't lost. Looking at penalties, St. Mary's had 6 penalties called against them for 68 yards. We'll have to look at a lot of those in the rules of the game this week. Yeah. Thought there were maybe some questionable ones. Elida had 1 penalty for 5 yards. Third down conversion, St. Mary's was 8 for 12. Elida 2 for 11. St. Mary's had 2 punts for a total of 66 yards, 36-yarder and 33-yard average. Elida had 5 punts for 189 yards, averaged 37.8 yards per punt. St. Mary's started an average drive at the 42.7-yard line. Elida at the 31.4-yard line. St. Mary's time of possession, 26 minutes, 2 seconds. 20 minutes for Elida and 49 seconds. Looking at individual leaders for St. Mary's, Cody Wallace was 2 for 5 for 36 yards and a touchdown passing. And for the rushing on St. Mary's side, Aiden Hinkle, 24 rushes for 95 yards. Pretty sure he's over the 1,000-yard mark for the year.
I think that's a safe bet.
Colton Mabry, really coming out party tonight. Colton Mabry, 10 rushes for 112 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11.2 yards per rush. Dominic Osborne, 5 rushes for 30 yards. Braden Sullivan, 5 rushes for 21 yards. Keegan Sharp, 4 rushes for 43 yards. Caleb Schmidt, 3 rushes for 3 yards. Cody Wallace, 1 rush for 2 yards. Receiving, Braden Sullivan, 28-yard touchdown catch. Carter Steinberg, 8 yards on 1 catch. So, Joe, overall, not a lot on the Elida side. Ryan McGew, 6 completions on 18 attempts for 31 yards. Brady Kirk, 6 rushes for 20 yards. Really just not a whole lot on the Elida side tonight.
Well, Coach Bo Fry and his staff have to be pleased as the Rough Riders almost threw another shutout. Their second one in a row, but they gave up a field goal to the Elida Bulldogs.
Yeah, nice field goal.
So, do we have any clips that we're watching or anything?
Yeah, I think we're going to go through some of the highlights from tonight. A lot of the same ones from the first half, but one from the second. First, we got Mabry's long run here early on. Nice sweep to the outside. That led a few plays later to Hinkle's TD, first of the night. Nice job of running through that tackle. Stumbling, bumbling into the end zone. And then this was that 5 dive from Mabry, 52-yard.
Virtually untouched.
Yep. Just a nice speed, too, once he broke through that second level. Don't always see that from our running backs. They're such hard runners. We don't get a chance to see them. This one here was Sullivan's pick. Just very nice job of.
Very nice.
Yep. So that was 4th down. Then we had Mabry's TD run. Another sweep to the outside. Did a nice job of cutting up and untouched into the end zone. This one was that interception from Sharp. Ran it back for a touchdown, but was called back on a blocking in the back.
I'm going to have to take a look at this one.
Yeah.
That might have been it, but I don't see it.
Yeah, that's
pretty ticky-tacky if you ask me.
Yeah, it's disappointing. And then just a little Sullivan TD run to the right. Finally then, here in the second half, Sullivan standing 20 yards behind everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. Walks into the end zone.
Nice 28-yard pass. So nice highlights. We got to thank our crew down in the box. Logan Yelton, Dave Weilbacher, Rich Spencer. We've got these new replays that are just really making it. Yeah,
absolutely.
Making it really easy on us, and they're doing great work. We had some great camera angles tonight too.
We have
on these replays. So thanks to everybody, Brandon, Ross, Justin, Chisholm, everybody that's been able to help us tonight. Brandon.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for Roughrider Nation Station's broadcast of tonight's game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Elida Bulldogs. Again, great work by our Rider Nation Station crew. We want to thank them and everybody in the truck for doing such an outstanding job. So once again, with a 35-3 win over the Elida Bulldogs, St. Mary's runs their overall mark to 6-2 and their Western Buckeye League record to 5-2. Next week, we'll be at Bath to bring you the game between the St. Mary's Rough Riders and the Bath Wildcats, and then we'll conclude the regular season at home in 2 weeks against the Salina Senior Bulldogs. So for our entire Rider Nation Station crew, for my colleague Zach Farrell, I'm Joe Hurlbert. We'll see you next week with more football from Bath right here on Rider Nation Station. Until then, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.